Alright, we're here with OATH TO VANQUISH, here in Beirut, Lebanon. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Yes, we're OATH TO VANQUISH. We're standing on the streets of Lebanon. You can hear the cars around us. It's so cool. It's going to go on a new CD, a limited release, and we've been around since 1992. But OATH TO VANQUISH was founded in 2001. We play death grind with a mixture of other styles. And
your names are?
I am Elias. I have guitars, vocals, Cyril bass vocals, Carlos drums. Carlos is my brother, by the way.
Cool.
We don't look alike, but we are brothers.
What can you each tell us about your musical influences that come from genres different from the genre that you guys play?
I'd rather not say. I don't want to expose myself.
Oh bullshit! Come on, Elias.
No, I'd rather leave it to these, these guys.
Well, I've been nurtured by my father since an early age, and I've been listening to classical music since I was in my mother's womb. Yeah, so basically that was the start of music, and then as years passed, I started listening to other genres, other styles, basically 80s, then 90s, then some rock music. If I can say that I drifted towards metal, and things expanded towards the metal I listen today.
And do you think your classical influences show in how you play?
Yes, definitely. The melodies, the approach to writing the songs, the structures of the songs, the structures of my bass lines.
Alright, how about you, Mr. Carlos?
I listen to a lot of stuff, mainly everything, except Arabic pop, of course. From jazz to blues to classical to frogs. But I like death metal the most. It makes me feel good inside.
Well, that's good to know. Your sound is complex and eclectic. You have put many features of classical death metal, some brutal influences, and some blackening melodies on your album. But why this choice?
Well, I think it's a bit to do with our nature and the background and the influences, the vast influences that we have, and it came out naturally this way. And then again, our album's called Applied Schizophrenic Science. So by making the music eclectic and by blending in many genres, we could adhere to the main theme of the album, which is completely schizophrenic.
Yeah, we have epileptic sound.
The lyrics on the album. What can you tell us about the depth of the topics you cover on the album?
Well, you see, I can't really remember because I'm not myself when I write those lyrics. I think I get possessed by a demon or something.
I hope you aren't.
But it's mostly political and social, and it deals with a lot of with what's going around, especially in the Middle East, and power politics and issues such as religion, fanaticism. Very much embedded in the lyrics. I mean, you read the songs, you think it's a normal death metal song discussing brutal murders, but it's all under the lyrics, very deeply hidden. One would have to read and listen to the music several times to decipher the message.
All right. Is the music you guys play prone to censorship in this country?
Oh, definitely. Everything's prone to censorship in this country, especially music of the extreme genre, which happens to be our type of music. And it's been a hard fact of life that we've had to endure ever since we started this practice.
Well, you guys seem quite dedicated then. How would you describe the metal scene in Lebanon?
The true metalers aren't many. The true, metalers.
They're nearly becoming an extinct breed. And the reason that's happened is due to the metal scene being extremely underground, and all the problems that we've suffered with the internal police and with censorship and metal being blamed for all society's problems, and you know what comes with it as Satanism and drug abuse and all that. And this has led many of the true listeners of metal to leave, or to stop listening to metal altogether, and to drift to other styles, other more popular styles of the day, like techno and other forms of music that are not subjected to this heavy censor and scrutiny.
Well, despite that fact, do you think, are there any bands that you'd recommend in the country, despite the fact of low quality?
I still like playing here in Lebanon. I still like, it's a unique experience. People should come and try it definitely, because it doesn't get more underground than this. But there are a few bands, a few rising bands, a few releases have been, put out last year. Mainly Chimera puts out an album on a Russian label, and Chaotion are a good black metal band. Then we're expecting Cerebral Mutilation to release a split on Kitchen Vomit Records USA, and it's slow but it's moving.
There's a lot of kids in the scene right now, and that can't be bad, because a lot of the kids will hopefully grow up to be real utter lunatics if they don't switch to Arabic pop and start belly dancing.
Then I guess you obviously established the fact that you really can't make a living from the music that you guys play.
Yeah, well,
given the circumstances.
Even with a quite normal job, it's very hard to make a decent living in Lebanon. There are a lot of setbacks, economic setbacks, social setbacks. So no, definitely you can't make out a living with this music, except if you play Arabic music.
I've had a few thoughts the past few days. Someone asked me the same question actually, and I said I might turn myself into the next Britney Spears, given that Britney's not having such a good time now, and she's a bit out of the limelight,
And she's bald head.
Yeah, so we look alike.
Yeah,
you do.
Yay!
But given all these, what we've discussed so far about the negatives of the scene, what mainly drives you as a band to do this?
Our love for each other.
Oh, look, still that. It's a big form of energy release, and that's got no equal. I'll just keep it at that.
And we're fucking ambitious.
We've been doing it for a long time, and we're very happy that we managed to break out from Lebanon, this little tumultuous country in the world, and release a CD worldwide. We consider that as a major achievement, and
we're looking forward to
touring and to support the CD.
Yeah.
Besides, we've put so much hard work into this. We've crossed the line of we can't
give up.
Yeah.
And are there any final words that you'd like to give to fans who have bought this CD and
listen to it very loud every day in the morning when you're sleeping?
When you're
give it to your grandma.
Yeah.
I'd like to say, the normal bollocks that goes, whenever you bought something. Like, thank you for buying an OATH TO VANQUISH album. Do listen to it, read the lyrics, and try to form your opinion and to make your own judgment and let your imagination flow.
Don't copy it for your friend. Let him buy a new one.
Yeah. Support the band, support the underground.
And watch out for new releases and events. We might be coming to play on a stage near you very soon.
All right. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.